Hi, and thank you for being back here with me today. We are talking about protective factors. Now, this is a series, so if you didn't watch the other videos, or at least the first two videos, I would highly recommend going back so you can have a good idea of what we're talking about. But I will give a brief explanation just in case if you're only watching this video. So, protective factors are different things that we put into place in our life so that when things happen in our life, we could be a more resilient person. A couple of the ones that I talked about in the original videos were things like having a strong support system, having positive and healthy coping skills. And today we're going to talk about having good physical skills for ourselves. So when we had the first video, we went through these 6 different categories and we rated, are we good at this? Are we weak at this? Are we somewhere in the middle? And then the ones that were weaker, you come and you watch the video to explain how to make it better. So the people that are here today are people who rated themselves weak in the physical category. So for our physical health, what we talked about was having an adequate workout or exercise routine, a balanced and healthy diet, and medication compliance for those that applies to. That might not be for everybody, but it's in this category. If you rated yourself weak in this, odds are you're either not working out, you're eating crappy, or you have medications that are prescribed to you and you're not taking them. Maybe you have diabetes and you're not on top of taking care of your blood sugar, or you might have anxiety medication prescribed to you that you're not taking or you're taking too much of. And so all of these different things, they impact our mental health. And so somebody might say, how does that impact my mental health? We're talking about physical health. Well, the two go hand in hand. So for example, when you are struggling with depression, working out and having exercise in your life, when you're exercising, it helps your brain release certain happy chemicals that help fight the depression. If you are somebody who is extremely anxious, and let's say you feel like you have a lot of built up energy on the inside, or you get what people call like the jitteriness, working out is a way to help release that jitteriness or energy. So when we work out physically, it is helping our mental health, even if it feels like mental health and physical health are separate and different. When it comes to having a balanced diet, now I'm not saying don't ever eat crappy food. Like sometimes I just want to eat nachos and cheese and it is what it is. But if you're doing it consistently and like always eating fast food, you're always eating, I don't know, like microwavable frozen dinners, and you're not giving yourself the nutrients that you need, it does impact the way that we feel, because the more we take care of our bodies, the more we give it the nutrients, the minerals, the vitamins, everything it needs, the better it feels. When you wake up in the morning, you just feel better because your body is good. And so if we're not supplying ourselves with the health that it needs and the minerals and vitamins and everything that it needs, it's hard for us to feel good, because if our body feels crappy, why would we feel good waking up in the morning? When it comes to medication compliance, I'm not going to talk too much about it. I am not a doctor. I do not prescribe medications. But obviously, if you have a doctor who is prescribing a medication, it's for a reason. And if it's there to help you, if you're not taking it, that's an issue. If you're taking too much of it, that's an issue. If you're not taking it consistently, that's an issue. I know for some of my clients who have been prescribed medication for depression or anxiety, if you're not taking it consistently, it's hard for it to work in the way that it needs to, because your body's fluctuating, and like sometimes it has the medication that it needs, sometimes it doesn't. It's not on a consistent basis or schedule, and so it's really hard for your body to regulate and get used to it. So if you rated yourself in the weaker categories, I'm not saying go and like start doing all 3 of these and be perfect. Just pick one. So for exercise, maybe if you get absolutely no exercise, your first goal might be, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to take a 30-minute walk. I'm not going to pressure myself to lift. I'm not going to pressure myself to lift weights. I'm not going to go crazy mode and start like going wild. And like, I'm not saying any of that, but maybe just start by taking a 30-minute walk and you build yourself up. If you eat fast food every day of the week, maybe go down to 6 days of the week, and then 5, and then 4, and then 3. And you do this gradually, but ultimately we just want to give ourselves an opportunity to go from weaker to stronger so that we build up our protective factors. I'm trying really hard not to make these videos long, because I recognize that people might have like multiple categories that they need to watch. So I'm going to keep it brief, but if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. We can learn from each other, like I say in every other video, or I will answer the question if I have the answer. And I think we just have to take this slowly, but please, if you are struggling with depression, anxiety, any type of mental health, bipolar disorder, any of it, please consult with a therapist because they're going to have a lot more information than me, because I don't get to have a one-on-one conversation. This is just psychoeducation to give you the foundation. Please consult with somebody if you need it. And it might not be a therapist you need to consult with. If we're talking about physical health, you might need to go to the doctor, get a physical examination, or get a nutritionist. So there are multiple options, especially in this category, but please take care of yourself in any way that you need to. And I appreciate your time here with me. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you in my next video for this series.